Oh God. All right, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? This is going to be a rough stream and it has nothing to do with the game. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. All right. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Oh my God. Oh God. My allergies have been destroying me and now my eye is having an allergic reaction. This sucks. It's like puffy too. Look, I should just say I got in a fight and won. Oh, it's awful. I look awful. Oh man. Yeah, I can't even give a breakdown in this game. I was in it. My allergies were acting up. And after halftime, I watched some of the third. I put this wet cloth on my eye and I passed out on the couch. I missed a big chunk of it. And then when I woke up, the Spurs were losing by 20. So I have no idea what happened. No idea what happened. I have no idea. I'm going to ignore every comment that has to do with Sohan, though. Because I've been seeing nonstop Sohan's trash or whatever. Maybe something happened in the second half. We'll take a look at the play-by-play. I have no idea. Actually, I'll look at what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at the highlights. I'm gonna look at the highlight. I can't show it, but I'll take a look. Let's see what happened. Oh God, yeah, I missed I missed the second half. Sohan looked fine in the first. I don't know. Hold on, I feel like the team as a whole, they don't take the extra pass, and they should take extra passes. Looking like Will Smith from Hitch. Yeah, bro. This is bad. Oh. And it's like puffy. Oh my God. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Alright, let's see if I can just turn this down. It's too loud. Alright, let me go to the second half because that's what I missed. Alright, third. Let's see. Alright. Julian out to Jeremy Sohan. Mid-range jumper. Missed it. Keldon saved it. Okay. All right. Kawhi Leonard, beautiful pass to Zubac. Hold on, I need to speed this up. Let's see. Victor helps on Kawhi. And James Harden with the three. All right, what else? James Harden passes, really deep pass to Kawhi. And Kawhi finished after Osman fouled. Jeremy Sohan didn't get there. Hold on. Okay, they attacked Keldon on that one. Let's see. One with the ball, crossover. Mid-range, bang. Let's see. Westbrook blocked by Wemby. Oh, Osman behind his back. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Jeez, Osman. All right, let's see. Trey Jones, terrible pass to Victor Wembanyama. James Harden pass to the right. Three, bang. All right, let's see. Kawhi for three. Osman didn't play defense. And Wemby didn't box out. And they got the putback. Wemby pass to Trey Jones. Trey Jones, floater in there. Okay, so the third quarter wasn't that bad. It looks like the Clippers just outplayed us a little bit, right? Clippers again tomorrow. Ain't gonna watch. Well, not tomorrow, but Wednesday. Let's see. All right, Paul George, mid-range, bang. Right on top of McDermott. Paul George, mid-range, bang. So Paul George, did he torch us in the fourth? Is that what's... All right, now Sohan's in the game. Let me see all these mistakes by Sohan. Paul George, another three. Sohan wasn't guarding him. That was McDermott guarding him. All right, now, well, no, he's not guarding him either. Okay, that was Zach Collins' fault. I'm just trying to see where was Sohan trash. I know it's hard to tell just from highlights, but I gotta at least get through this so I can see what you guys are talking about. Oh God, I'm struggling right now. I'm dying, dude. Okay, that was Sohan's fault. Paul George layup. That was Sohan's fault. Okay. Oh, and then Sohan on the other end, then he gets a dunk. So yeah, he made up for it immediately. Let's see. Now Sohan is on Paul George. Well, that was Keldon's fault. It's a layup line, bro. Keldon Johnson has the ball. Wide open three. Bang. What's the problem? Renee. Well, look who's like. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate it. I'm dying right now. My allergies are killing me. I don't know. We're gonna get through some stuff. Hopefully, we're gonna try. Hold on. I'm just watching. I missed the second half entirely. I put this rag on my face because my allergies were acting up. My eye was itchy. And I fell asleep. So give me a second. Make America Great Again says Pop needs to go. Yeah, I'm not taking any Popovich advice from you. Paul George right over Jeremy Sohan. Oh, is this the problem? Wait, no, hold on. Jeremy Sohan switched on Tice. I mean, there's only so much he can do there. All right, let's see. Westbrook finished on Osman. McDermott for three, missed it. Keldon Johnson gets the rebound and dunks it. All right, let's see here. None of that was Sohan's fault. So in the entirety of the fourth, Sidi Sissoko missed a dunk. What the heck was that? That's terrible. Okay, so in the entirety of the second half, as far as highlights and the Clippers scoring, Sohan was responsible for like three plays. So let me go and look at ESPN Spurs. I just didn't understand why everyone was getting on to Sohan, but hey, that's the go-to now. That's the go-to. Barlow and Bassi. From what I remember, in the first half, Bassi played super well. So if something happened in the second half, please tell me. But I recall the first half him playing pretty good. We are the clowns of the league. Trey Sohan. Okay, I feel like you guys are trolling me at this point. Sohan's not good, dude. I have no idea what's going on with you guys. I don't know what to tell you. If you think so, okay, yeah, yes, trade Sohan. And if we trade Sohan, we would have, like, I don't know, we wouldn't be 3-11. What would we be? What would our record be? We would have won majority of these games. Like, what are you talking about? All right, let's see. All right, so first half, Sohan was really great, in my opinion. I thought he did very well, actually. Obviously, his assignments were pretty tough. Having to jump from Paul George to Kawhi. So let's see. All right, so he missed a pull-up jumper. Okay, he got blocked. Rebound. Bad pass. Okay, nothing there. Missed another. Oh wait, no, that's the same quarter. All right, so 2 bad shots and a bad pass. Gotcha. So is that what you guys are talking about? You see, here's the fourth. Take a look at the fourth. All right, he made a dunk. He got a rebound. He fouled. He made an assist. And then he got out of the game. Then he entered the game. He missed a 3-pointer. He got a defensive rebound. He made a driving dunk. Wait, am I going in? I'm going in circles. I'm sleepy. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. He was barely involved. It seems as if he was barely involved in the second half. What are we talking about? How is this Jeremy Sohan's fault? Let's go to the box score. He had 1 turnover. Oh, 3 for 12 is terrible. But Zach Collins was 4 for 11. And Wemby was 4 for 12. Keldon was 9 for 16, which ain't bad. That ain't terrible. But if we go into games and Keldon took the majority of the shots, we probably lost. Julian 2 for 7. Dude, I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys are just tripping. You're just tripping. I mean, why is Sohan getting the majority of the blame, and like why isn't anyone putting it on Zach Collins? I mean, Zach Collins, and I wouldn't put it on just Zach Collins because I think that's silly, but Zach Collins went 4 for 11. He had 3 turnovers. He had a minus 25 plus minus. Why isn't anybody getting on to him? Sohan, he went 3 for 12. Yeah, that's bad, but he also had 8 rebounds. So there's that. I don't know. He had 1 turnover. What are we talking about? What's the problem? Sohan, Collins, and Doug are all bots on defense. Dude, our entire team sucks defensively. Like, as a team, we suck defensively. I thought Wemby was fine. But Wemby's always fine. Even when Wemby's bad, he's fine. Unlike Sohan, who what? Wemby got scared. Of what? Guys, I'm so confused. I think what it's really coming down to is people are just upset that we lost. Which is fine. All I can talk about, I won't make this a segment because I can't really talk towards the second half. All I can go off of is the highlights, the play-by-play, and the statistics. And the statistics tell me that Sohan wasn't the best shooting-wise. Neither was his teammates. Neither was Wemby. Neither was Zach Collins. I mean, it just a bad shooting night all around. Based on the highlights, it seemed like he wasn't really involved in most of the shots that the Clippers took in the second half. I mean, the only thing that I could see was like 3 plays, maybe 2 or 3 plays that he was involved in, and the Clippers scored. So there's that. What else? And then the play-by-play, it doesn't show anything either. It looks like Sohan was barely involved in the second half. So there's that. When your starting point guard only has 1 assist, you're going to lose. I mean, I suppose. Trey Jones looked really good in the first half. I mean, passing-wise, he looked pretty good. But Trey Jones also missed Wemby. I mean, if we want to just nitpick, bro, like, we can just nitpick. Like, Trey Jones, I mean, I'm talking about the first half. He missed Wemby on many of easy alley-oop dunks. I mean, it happened continuously. He missed them like 3 or 4 times. It's fine. I wasn't tripping about it because it's like, hey, young team, whatever, who cares? And then that's partly why I think Wemby takes a lot of outside shots, is because he's not getting a lot of easy shots. So I noticed that a lot too. So it wasn't just Sohan. It was also Trey Jones. Just not necessarily finding them. Teammates not necessarily finding them. Guys, just stop. Please just stop with the point guard Sohan thing. Can we please stop just having... God, can we look at the future here? Can we like look at it for what it is? I mean, seriously, can we look at it for what it is? Exactly, yeah. Wemby has to run out to the perimeter to get the attention to even get the ball. But when he's opening the paint, they ignore him for whatever reason. I don't think that they ignore him. I think that they aren't comfortable with making those passes. I think that's what it really comes down to. Jeez, guys. It's not all... Okay. All right. Okay. You guys really got to chill. All right? You really got to chill. You really need to chill, okay? Jeremy Sohan is in his 2nd year. Can we chill? Can we relax? Instead of just hopping up and saying trade Sohan. Can we chill for a minute? Jeez. It's like you never heard of a sophomore slump. And not only a sophomore slump, but the fact that he has to play a whole new position. And on top of it, you guys are completely overrating how bad he was in this game. I don't know what to tell you. I looked at the play-by-play. I watched the first half at least. I looked at the stats. It's like, yeah, he was just as bad as everyone else. And then as far as the second half, he was barely involved in it. And then the highlights, every single score from the Clippers, it wasn't on the back of Jeremy Sohan. Sohan was involved in like 2 plays. So what are we talking about? Like, what's the problem here? Why is everyone tripping about Sohan? I think it's just, thank you, Renee. I think it's just the fact that he's just like vocal. Did you guys already not like him? Is that what this is about? Like, you already didn't like him? Like, you already didn't like Jeremy Sohan. Like, you low-key didn't like him anyway. And now that he's playing, or he played poorly in a game, now it's time for you to, you know, say trade him. Like, get over yourself, man. It's only been 14 games. It's an 82 game season, and you're tripping about this. The point of this season is not for him to become the starting point guard. That's not the point of it. The point of it is for him to hone in on his skills, on his playmaking skills. And it has gotten better. If you go back and you watch him from game 1, game 2, game 3, and to now, it's much better. And keep in mind, you're going against the Clippers. That's a really good defensive team. So yeah, maybe he was a little bit more hesitant with his passes. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that the first time the Spurs played the Clippers, they had like 50 million turnovers in the first quarter. What is wrong with you? Low key, they just hate him. I really do think that's what it is. It's like, do you just dislike him anyway? Like, you've disliked him ever since he made like that Westbrook comment or whatever. I know he's vocal, but he's supposed to be our guy. Like, I know he's annoying, but he's supposed to be our annoying guy. He's like our Pat Bev. Why are you tripping about this? Why do you love Sohan so bad? He is trash. Go back and watch him last season. The man is not trash. Go back. Just go back and watch his last season, okay? He's not trash. He's a really good player. He's a really good player. Also, he's like 15 years old, so get over it. Jeez, dude. How quick people are to say trade Sohan is amazing to me. He's improved since last season. It's just that he's in a new position, but he has improved. Yeah, he's 20 years old. Like what are we tripping about, bro? Like, what are we crying about? He's 20 years old. Also, one thing that people aren't keeping in mind is that this is actually, while you might scoff at this and say, this is not a big deal, this isn't that great or whatever, doing this 10, 5, and 5 basically is not easy, especially for a player that's this young. And especially for a player that you just added Wemby to the team and he's capable of doing this. His 3-point percentage went from 27 to 41. Or, well, near 42. It's going to go down, obviously. It's not going to stay at 42%. Like, that's way too high. But averaging 10 points, basically 5 assists and 5 rebounds is not easy. That's not something where you just say, well, those stats are just nothing. Like, this isn't NBA 2K, okay? This is actually really difficult to do. This isn't something you scoff at, especially at his size. Not many players can do that. At his size, not many players can do that. They're role players, except Wemby. No creativity. Well, I mean, are we talking about Jeremy Sohan? Or are we just talking about in general? Y'all got to stop, bro. You got to leave Jeremy Sohan alone. Leave him alone. I just don't like all of the pressure being on him alone. It's like, are we not watching the same games? I mean, like, I'm being honest and transparent with you guys and saying the second half, I kind of missed it. But, I mean, going back and looking at the play-by-play, I looked at the highlights to see how many defensive woes did he have. Didn't really seem like he was that big of a problem in the second half. First half, I thought he played fine. He made some pretty impressive mid-range shots, I must say. Why Sohan can't beat Keldon's or Wemby's bench? What? Renee, dang, Renee, what the heck? Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. My glorious king, Sohan. What? Clan takes his love for Sohan too far, and the haters take their hate for him too far. No middle. Oh my God. I said this so many times, dude. I've been so honest with you guys this entire time. I don't go hard on players when it's their second year. That's why you're not going to see me going crazy about Blake Wesley. You're not going to see me just going crazy about any player that's in their second year. It takes time. That's insane. I'm not making like millions of videos saying Sohan's a superstar right now and you guys need to get with it. I'm not saying that. Jesus, I'm saying he's in a new position. It's going to be difficult for him. And he's in his second year. Get over it. He's 20 years old. I don't think this is some like a crazy take. I don't think this is some mind-blowing take that I have right now and saying, hey, maybe we should chill out with some of the Sohan hate. Is that crazy to say? I don't think that that's too much love at all. I think that's a rational view of the situation. Saying that Sohan is in his second year and maybe we should chill out with like talking trash about him every game. I think that's a fine take. It's not like he's in the exact same position he was last season. He's literally running point guard, the most one of the most difficult positions in the league. What do you expect? Good God. I don't know how that's too much love. Well, you just love him too much. Because I said, hey, let's chill out with talking bad about Sohan in his second year of being an NBA player? Are we serious? And Sohan also, throughout his entire career, he had to play different positions. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. He went from a back to the basket type player overseas. He came over when he went to Baylor. He was a sixth man, and then he came to the Spurs, and he was more as a post. What we say? I'm sorry. I'm my allergies. Post playmaker or whatever, and now he's a point guard. Like, I don't know. His positions change. I mean, I don't know what you want. I literally don't know what you want. I don't talk trash about anybody. What's going on with Clan's face? I have allergies. My allergies kicked my butt today, so I'm like dying right now. But yeah, I have no idea what you guys want. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what you need from me. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. If you take a look at the players, like, I don't talk any trash about Don Barlow. I don't talk any trash about Malachi Branham. Like, if he has a bad game, I say, hey, he had a bad game. I don't talk trash about Blake Wesley. You know why? Because they're in their second year. And I think that that's really irrational and really irresponsible to sit here and start trash talking a player that's in their second year. I don't do that. Give it some time. I give them at least 4 years. And then it's like, okay. Like Lonnie, it took me some time before I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work. But good guy, give it some time, man. Sohan isn't a bad player. He's a good player. I just don't know what you want right now. I don't know what the problem is right now. Jeez. I don't know. Oh my God, Renee. Did you just give me a dono for $100? Good God. Thank you, Renee. What the heck? Love the lives and vids. See major potential in you. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Like, I can't really emote that much because like my eye is killing me, but I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. The Spurs are killing Wemby. What are we talking about? Wish Nick Nurse was our coach. I don't know. I don't what's going on. I don't know. Look, it's Spurs lost again. Yeah. 3-11. Are we a bad team right now? Yes. We're a young team. We also have a pretty difficult record. While I agree that the Grizzlies game we should have won, I didn't even get a chance to talk about that the other night. But the Grizzlies game, yeah, we definitely should have won that. I'm not sitting here tripping about it. I feel like experience kind of beat us up on that one. Not talent, but we still should have won it. But the Spurs they just gotta learn. It's a learning process. And when you're in one of these slumps, it's going to take a lot to get out of it. But I do expect the Spurs to get things going at least in a week. But right now, dude, the Clippers don't match up well with us. Just too much experience, a lot of talent. Warriors, maybe we can get away with that one only because we match up well with the Warriors. But I don't even know if that's going to be the case. Hopefully, them sells back at some point. I don't expect us to beat the Nuggets. And then the Hawks, I think that's where we could possibly get going. And then our record isn't as bad. Pelicans going to be tough, sure. Lakers going to be tough, but it gets a little better. Just a little bit. Not really, but a little bit. But we definitely have a tough schedule. Like, it started off really bad. Really, really bad. But hang on to some of these wins, man. Hang on to some of these showings that we've seen. Like, hang on to the overtime with the Rockets and with the Raptors. Like, hang on to those, because I think that shows a lot of potential from the team. You gotta just roll with it. We need Alex Caruso. Let me ask you this. Is it okay for the Spurs to be bad another season? I mean, because rebuilds usually take some time, right? That's my hot take, that rebuilds take time. Is it okay that we're bad another season? I've said before this season started that I didn't expect the Spurs to make the playoffs. I wasn't expecting us to make the playoffs. Vibe and Trent. Okay, I think this is a legitimate question. I know you're upset, but it's a legitimate question. Clan, why the F does Wemby refuse to post up effing point guards? He catches and passes immediately. Okay, hold on. This got to be maybe this should be a segment. We can make this a segment. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I'm ready to pass out. My allergies are killing me, dude. I don't know what's been going on the last 2 days. You can even see, like, it's so bad. All right, but the question in chat is this. The question is, Clan, why the F does Wemby refuse to post up effing point guards? He catches and passes immediately. I think with Wemby, okay, first off, Wemby doesn't really know his spots yet, right? Like, he's still getting comfortable. I think the problem with Wemby, and he's only 19, okay? We're accustomed to 24-year-old rookie David Robinson and 21-year-old rookie Tim Duncan. That's what we're used to. And how old was Manu? 25? You can tell me, chat. I think Manu was like 25 when he was a rookie. We're used to old rookies knowing their way around the court, okay? Wemby, he's still stupid young, so he's still trying to find his spots, and he's still trying to find his advantages as well. So Wemby gets double teamed a lot, so that's one thing. But number two, I think a lot of it comes down to Wemby doesn't necessarily get found in the paint that often either, right? Like, it's always really awkward when he gets the ball in the paint. He maneuvers his way to get open, like to get easy lanes or to get wide open alley-oops, but they just don't find him. And I don't think that is a matter of the team ignoring him, like people say. Like, I don't think Jeremy Sohan is ignoring him. I don't think Trey Jones ignores it. I think that it's partially not necessarily seeing it, partially not being comfortable with making the pass. One thing that I noticed was Devontae Graham, when he got to play the other game versus Kings. Was it Kings? I think it was Kings. He immediately started passing. Like, as soon as he got in the game, he was passing it up. He was throwing it. And I think that we're going to need, in the future, a point guard that's capable of doing that. But as this season goes on, I think it's going to be really nice for someone like Jeremy Sohan to develop those skills as well, so he can be like a secondary playmaker and blah, blah, blah. But as far as Wemby's concerned, I think he's not necessarily comfortable yet. I think that there's a lot of double teams when he does get the ball. And he can just completely see over the entire defense, right? So I think sometimes he just makes the right play, which might not be the right play. And he has to also slow down his game a little bit. Like, I've noticed so many times of Wemby just like shooting immediately. And it's like, wait, you're 7'5". Take your time, get to your spots. Like, the greatest players of all time, they know how to get to their spots and they take their time. And he mentioned it before. Like, he talked about going against Kevin Durant and how Kevin Durant would take his time and get to his spots no matter what. All the greats have done it. We've accustomed to Tim Duncan doing it, accustomed to people like Michael Jordan, LeBron, Steph. Every single player, Paul George did it in this past game. Every single player is patient in getting to their spots. And right now, I think Wemby is too quick to make something happen, right? He's like too fat. As soon as he gets the ball, he's like, is someone open? I'm going to try to make it happen. Is someone coming over for the double team? I'm going to try to make it happen. So I think that's the problem right now. And it's fine. It'll even itself out. I think that he'll get more accustomed to what he needs to do. But right now, that's at least my assessment of Wemby. I don't even know if that really answered your question 100%. But my assessment of Wemby is he got to slow down. He got to learn how to find out what is his spot first and foremost, and start to go to it. He needs a bread and butter, because right now he's so great at everything. I mean, he could do so many different things, but I don't think he has like a go-to yet, like some players do, or all great players have a bread and butter. Oh my God, everyone's talking about Sohan still. Guys, you got to get off Sohan, bro. You got to chill. You got to let a sophomore be a sophomore. Okay, let's fire Pop. Yeah, okay. Here, I'll just leave up this tweet. I'm just going to leave up this tweet, okay? You guys are proving me so right. Like, I think this was spot on. I don't want to pat myself on the back or nothing, but I think I got every single go-to after a loss. There we go. Every single go-to is right here. Let's see. What did we get tonight? The chat. Did we get Sohan is jealous of Wemby? I think we got that one. Let's see. Wemby didn't get the ball. Did we get that one? Can I get a Wemby didn't get the ball in the chat? Can I get a Wemby didn't get the ball? Is that the loss? I think that's why we lost. Wemby didn't get the ball. I think that's one of them. Popovich isn't coaching. Did I get one of those? I think I got one of those. I think someone said Pop is soft. Didn't someone say Pop is soft? Anyone in the chat? Can I get a Pop is soft? Pop didn't coach. He wasn't coaching. Is that what we got? Ah, there we go. Wemby didn't get the ball. There we go. Yeah. Fire Pop. Oh, Fire Pop. Did we get a Fire Pop? Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of insinuated. Pop can't adapt. Did we get a Pop can't adapt? I think we got that one. Sohan played point guard. We got a lot of those. The loss was because Sohan could not play. He was playing point guard and he can't do it. Is that the reason for the loss tonight? I think we got I think we got like 50 million of those in the chat. Not exaggerating. I think it's literally 50 million of Sohan played point guard, and that's the problem. Oh, and Spurs haven't traded blank. Yes, we got a lot of trade Sohans. We got a lot of trade Sohans tonight. Next game, it'll be whoever else has a poor game. I'm shocked that Zach Collins didn't get a trade. Can I get a trade Zach Collins? Anyone? Trade Zach Collins. No? Can I get one of those? Trade Zach. There we go. Trade Zach. Dude, I swear to God. It's the same thing every single game, though, for real. It's the same thing every single game. We're going to see this over and over again. I think that a lot of people's assessment really comes down to win-loss. If we would have won this game, no one would say anything about Sohan. Like, literally. Or if it was as simple as Sohan hit a game-winning shot at the end, no one would have said anything. If it was a close game, he hit a game-winning shot, no one would say anything. Like, I don't know. I feel like the assessments are just, like, so simple, and it's irritating the crap out of me. I'm not saying am I optimistic towards the Spurs future? Sure. But I think I'm pretty rational, and I'm not going to just go out of my way to say, oh, Sohan is the main issue. Popovich is the main issue. Let's trade everybody. I've been pretty critical of like Keldon Johnson. You're not going to see me say trade Keldon Johnson. Like, like even people talking about Zach LaVine, like, oh, we can get Zach LaVine, trade Keldon. Zach LaVine doesn't really help us necessarily with this team. Like, what would that do? Or Jordan Poole. Like, I've seen that too. Like, let's trade for Jordan. What is Jordan Poole going to do for us with his attitude? Like, are you serious? Well, we can whip him into shape. And that's another thing that's funny. Like, people talk on the, like, different sides of their mouths. Like, I'll hear the same person say, fire Popovich. And then that person will say, well, let's go and get Jordan Poole because if he was with the Spurs, we can change him. We can whip him into shape. Who? Popovich? The same guy you want gone? Like, we can whip him into shape. Like, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna change? Is just the culture? Where did the culture come from? Where did San Antonio Spurs culture come from? Like, it's just so silly. It's the same thing every single time. Sometimes we get a combination of these. We can just miss and match. We just miss and match. I should just bring every single time the Spurs lose, I should just retweet this. Every time they lose, I'll just retweet this. In case you forget an excuse. In case you forget an excuse for the loss, I'll just post in you like, which one could I go? I'm going to go with number 4. Nah, I'm feeling like number 2 tonight. Like, come on, dude. Get over it. Whatever. I don't know. Ugh. I'm like dying right now. Trade Hype Squad. What? Trade Coyote. Ah, that should have been in there. Clan has had it, guys. I am tired of the BS. It's so stupid. Is it possible? Like, can we think of another reason why the Spurs are losing? Is it possible that they're losing because they're young? Is that a possibility? That's all I want to know. Is it a possibility that they're losing because they're young? They're losing because they're the youngest team in the NBA. Is that a possibility? Can we fathom that? There's other young teams. Is there a possibility that this specific young team has not played together much at all? Is that a possibility? Can we fathom that? Is it a possibility that Devin Vassell has been injured? Big chunk of last season and this season. Is it a possibility that a lot of our players are only in their second year? Is it a possibility of that? That they only played together 1 year? Barely. Like, good God. Excuses to me? That they're young? No, it's... Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. We could say no excuses if we were like, I don't know, the Milwaukee Bucks or something. I don't know. Or the Golden State Warriors. Like, yeah, no excuses. Are these vets? Or we were the San Antonio Spurs pre-2019 or something. Like, yeah, no excuses. But, like, that's not necessarily the case right now. We're just a young team. They haven't played together a lot. Everyone's changing positions. You just got Wemby. He's taking up a new spot. I mean, it's a lot of new things going on. And by the way, okay, one thing that people are not thinking about either, when did things start going downhill? Can you guys look? Well, let's just look at the schedule. When did things start going downhill? Just look at the schedule. What happened? Trivia chat. Trivia. What happened? When did the Spurs start going downhill? Come on. It's all right. When did they start going downhill? You say Raptors? You say road trip? I have a theory. Yeah, I agree with you. It was the Raptors. I don't know why I held on to that for so long. Yeah, it was the Raptors. Dude, the Spurs are very they don't have a lot of options offensively. Like when you have Sohan still coming into this role and it's merely for the future. Okay, it has nothing to do with right now he's going to end up being the best point guard in the world, and he's our point guard for the future. And when we get to the, like, one day when the Spurs are in the finals, that he's going to be our point guard. No, more than likely he's going to be like a secondary playmaker, something like that, you know. Yeah, it'd be something close to that, like Iguodala, right? Like, just more versatility to your offense. All good. And I think that this is really good experience for him. But yeah, there's that. But what really happened is that we lost Devin Vassell. We lost Devin Vassell in the middle of this Suns game. And while we finished it strong and Wemby ended with 38 points, I think it gave us a lot of false hope. Raptors was already going to be a tough matchup for us because of their physicality and everything. But yeah, we just don't have Vassell. Do you guys realize how efficient Vassell is? Like, do you realize how much offense he brings and how many bailouts he gives us? He's definitely the future. The problem is we're leaning on players where that shouldn't be their role. We're leaning on players right now that will probably never have a role like that. Like, if we look at our roster, I'm sorry, I'm just going to go to Clippers game just so we can have, like, the players right in front of us. But look at this roster. Zach Collins won't be a volume shooter ever. Every now and then he'll have some games where he puts up some good numbers, but that's not going to be his role. He's more of a stretch to Wemby, okay? That's it. Julian, I'm not expecting him to do it. He seems still a little uncomfortable, so I'm not going to focus on that. Sohan, that's definitely not Sohan's bread and butter. He's not a scorer. He's going to have some games where it's like, whoa, he went off. But for the most part, that's not going to be his thing. He's going to always be a guy where his stats are very low. He does the dirty work. But it's going to be a really solid, you know, kind of what he's averaging right now, 10 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds type guy. That's what he's going to be, all right? He's going to be more of a Draymond type, and that's fine. Keldon Johnson's a role player. He is. And he's going to have many games where he does put up some pretty good numbers. But he's a role player, and he shouldn't be like a volume scorer, someone you lean on. Doug McDermott, role player. Osman, role player. Bassey, role player. Trey Jones, a solid point guard, but he's definitely not a scorer. Malachi Branham, I think with due time, he'll probably be a pretty good scorer, maybe even a volume scorer in the future. And then City Sissoko, I don't even know. He barely played. Hate that Mamu didn't play, by the way. But yeah, so overall, like, yeah, none of these players are that. Who are those players? You want Wemby taking quite a few shots, but the most efficient scorer that we have and who's been saving us as well is Devin Vassell. You're missing Devin Vassell. He's played like what, a few times? He's come back a few times and like small doses. Branham isn't awful. Stop it. He's just young. But I guess I just love Branham too much. But no, he's just young. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, defense has been terrible too. Like, don't get me wrong, defense has been terrible too. But that's another thing. You're missing that defense that Devin Vassell brings you. You're missing a lot. Devin Vassell and Wemby for this team right now, until we figure out what direction we're going to go in, and once Wemby figures out his game, they're really just a Band-Aid. But that's what it is. That was our 1-2 punch. Those two were our 1-2 punch. And that's what we've been missing. Look at this. And it makes it easy. It makes it easy for Keldon too. But look at this. This game against the Rockets. Victor Wembanyama, 21 points. Devin Vassell, 25. Which game was he on pace for like a bunch? Wait, even this first game. What does this first game look like? Yeah, Devin Vassell had the most points, 23 points. Like, he's a easy 20-point bucket. He was terrible. Everyone was terrible in this game. There was so many turnovers in this game. But against the Clippers, he had 14. He still had the most points on our team. And then you go to, let's see, the Suns. He had 18. Victor had 18. Keldon had 27. So those three have been putting up, most of the scoring load, but the efficiency really comes from Devin Vassell. He is by far the most efficient scorer we have on our team. He's our best difficult shot maker on the team as well. And he's a good playmaker that he doesn't get a lot of credit for. He's a really good passer. So yeah, we've been missing that. We've been missing that element to our offense. It just is what it is. That's what's going to happen. in these situations. And right now, it's just solely leaning on Wemby, and you're solely leaning on players that this isn't their role, and this won't be their role even in the future. So while people are getting angry with Sohan, I guess I get it, because some people are like, you know, these shots he's missing, blah, 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 but that's not his game. He's capable of doing it, but right now we're having to lean on Sohan and Keldon and even Chetty Osman. We have to lean on him. And this team as a whole, this is a mismatched team. Like, a lot of these players probably won't be here. I won't sit here and speculate on like, oh, this player's going to be gone, this player's going to be gone. But I do think that a big chunk of this team isn't going to be there, like, in the next couple years. Because I think it's just a matter of figuring out how to build around Wemby, but you can't build around a player that don't necessarily know his own game yet. Like, you have to be patient with that. But yeah, this team is just mismatched, like, role players. Like, it's going to be tough right now. Sohan is dope. Got to be tough on him in this role. I'm sure Popovich is working on him, but when is Tim Duncan or Tony Parker going to say something to Pop about how backwards he's been coaching this team? All right, how has Popovich been coaching this team backwards, please? Are we going to go to one of the six? Are we going to go with Sohan play point guard? That's backwards. Can we? It's like, dude, it's like I'm talking to a wall when it comes to the Sohan thing. Like, I swear, dude. It's like I'm talking to a wall. How does this not make sense that this is something for the future and not right now? If anyone came into the season thinking that the Spurs would be a playoff team, I don't know what to tell you. If you looked at the season last season, and the biggest bright spot of last season was Sohan, by the way. But if you take a look at last season and you came out of it and said, you add Wemby and that's a playoff team. You add any rookie that could be a star and that's a playoff team. I don't know what to tell you. I did not see that at all. I didn't think it mattered who you put on this team. Replace Wemby with any superstar around the league. You're not a playoff team. I'm sorry. I don't think you're a playoff team. Maybe you're a play-in team. Maybe. You're not a playoff team. Patience is a virtue. That it is, my friend. Not in the West. Jokic on the team is a playoff team easily? I don't think so. Well, see, Jokic on the team, he actually would find, because Sohan's really good off ball, Chetty Osman's really good off ball, Doug McDermott's really good off ball. If Devin Vassell is healthy, maybe. I think I still go with play-in team though, because they haven't really played together. I would say play-in team. I can see that, and Keldon too. He will find Keldon a lot on those backdoor cuts and everything. And I'm replacing Wemby, by the way. I'm not saying Wemby on the team. So, free throw differential tonight was crucial too. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that. Oh my God, 22 or 25. Oh my goodness. They took 25. Oh my goodness. What's all LaVine talk? I don't know. All right, it's in this segment. I don't know. Let's see. What is all the LaVine talk? Sorry, you can look too. This is where he says he's. Where was all the stuff? Oh, this Zach LaVine open to trade from Bull. I don't think this is real. Chat, is this real? Zach LaVine. Oh my God. All right. Zach LaVine reportedly open to being traded to Spurs. I don't. Hold on. Let me look through this. Okay, Jake Fisher, who's on and off. Let's see. LaVine gave several teams as preferred destinations, including Los Angeles Lakers, Miami Heat, Philadelphia 76ers, and most interesting, the San Antonio Spurs. Okay. Reportedly, LaVine wants to play for a winning team, and while the Spurs don't qualify as a contender just yet, two major factors will be pulling him to play in silver and black. Okay, first and foremost, no, I would not trade for Zach LaVine at all, okay? The only time in which I thought that was not even a good move, but a move that made the most sense is if the Spurs really believed in DeJounte Murray when they did. So I don't know if you guys recall, but there were some talks there because Zach LaVine and DeJounte are friends. So after that All-Star year, there were some talks where it was like, maybe if you add Zach LaVine, you can go out of your way and get maybe DeAndre Ayton, and then you have your three right there. That's not a great team at all by any means, in my opinion, but it was at least something to talk about at the time. Right now, it makes no sense whatsoever. There's no telling what you would have to give up for LaVine that doesn't even fit our interests and what we need as a team right now. But let's see. I'm frustrated we're not winning, he told reporters on November 15th. I think if you're not frustrated, that's a problem. It's an upsetting thing when we've been trying to do the right thing for the last 3 years or 4 years. It seems like we're in the same place. And that you are. Let's see. Spurs need more offensive talent, and LaVine is a top-tier scorer. LaVine has averaged 25.4 points per game. This is not... I mean, we do need this, but it's very specific needs I think the Spurs need right now. And it wouldn't be Zach LaVine. He would certainly boost the Spurs backcourt immediately upon joining. That being said, LaVine wouldn't be a perfect fit. Exactly. Defensively, he has faced criticism throughout his career, mainly for his lack thereof. That's enough in and of itself. We really need like a small forward defender, and we really need a point guard for in the future, which would be really nice. Maybe even a combo guard. Let's see. What might be the biggest takeaway here circles back to LaVine's desire to play with Wembanyama. This is only one player looking to get out of a bad situation, but his remarkable stars want to play with Wembanyama. Yeah, that's what you could really take away from it, I assume. But just think about what you would have to give up. Like, you're completely delusional. I'm not saying none of you guys said this, but I'm sure somebody on the internet did. You're completely delusional if you think all the Spurs would need to get rid of is like, I don't know, Keldon or whatever. Like, just get rid of Keldon and a couple first. No, you're going to have to give up possibly your future in hopes that LaVine will pan out to what you want. And also, LaVine, God, what's his contract, dude? Did they say it in this article? It's like his contract's ridiculous. They don't say it in this. Hold on. He has a pretty tough contract that I don't think it's worth. And does he have 4 years on it? Let's see. I didn't even know it was that bad. It's like 40 million, I believe. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's tough. LaVine may just go play with LeBron. LaVine really need to just go play for like a contender and like call it a day. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, guys. I mean, he's definitely like in his prime. So it's not like he's like old or anything, like 28, 29. But if we take him on, maybe 31. And how old will Wemby be? Like 23, like 23, 24. It just doesn't really seem worth it. It would definitely be a panic trade, and that's the last thing you want to do. While it is frustrating to lose, while rebuilds are not fun, well, I don't know about you guys. I'm having a lot of fun, actually. Like, I'm enjoying these games. I don't know. I didn't enjoy them as much last season. I'm enjoying these games this season because I'm taking a lot from the players we have. But yeah, but rebuilding, it isn't typically fun. but it's much better than just going all in on trades because you just got a star out of the draft. You don't want to do that. You don't want to force it. Mavericks do this all the time, and that's why they never win. I mean, I don't want to be like a jerk, okay? I respect the Mavericks to an extent, but they do this all the time, dude. They do it all the time. They get a star and they just go all in on trades, that panic trades, and it never pans out. Doesn't pan out. I don't think they'll win with Luka. And it's not Luka's fault. I just don't think they'll win with Luka because of all the trades that they make. I mean, the best part that came out of this, or is coming out of this season for them, their biggest surprise for people, I guess, is Lively. And that will be one where it's like, oh, okay. It's not necessarily a trade. No. Yeah, rushing for trades is never a good call. It's not a good idea. You would just screw yourself in the long run. The best way to go about this is patience. Brian Wright, he hooked us up for the future for a reason. Don't scoff at it. Don't act like this isn't a big deal. It is a very big deal. Wait a minute. I didn't even know about this one. No protections for the second round for the Lakers. I didn't even know about that one. So yeah, so hopefully we can get this Toronto one. That will be nice. We can get a Charlotte one, and our own is probably going to be the best one, honestly. So this isn't a tank. I don't think the Spurs are purposely tanking necessarily, but I don't think we'll make the playoffs, so we should have a nice pick. So, and we got some really, you guys talking about point guards. Let Jeremy Sohan take this season, because he's not going to get another opportunity to do this, by the way. There will not be another opportunity for Sohan to run point guard to this extent. It won't be. So allow him to take this season and be good at it or decent at it and take a lot from that. And he can be like a secondary playmaker and be so nasty at it. So this upcoming season, during the lottery, you can get a really nice point guard. There's some really good ones. I told you guys so much about how I love Cadeau. And then who's the other guy? Collier? His name Collier, right? What's his first name, chat? What's his first name? I'm sorry, I'm getting into the players. It's like I got the faces, I got their game, but I can't remember the full names right now. Like maybe it's just Isaiah Collier. Okay, yeah, he's great. Isaiah, yeah. So there's a lot. There's a lot. I don't know if Cadeau will even be in this draft because he's only 17, so he might wait another year. But yeah, so we'll be fine. This is a pretty decent draft. This is a pretty decent draft in the lottery. I think once you get out of that, it doesn't have as much depth as this last season or even the season prior. But the lottery seems to be really good. 2025, I have no idea. I was loving the Atlanta pick. Now I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully all we need is that 2024. But all these picks, don't scoff at it. It's a big deal. It's a good thing. So we got the future set up. You just got to be patient with it. Let guys develop. Now, if we're in our third, fourth year and the Spurs look exactly the same and they're not winning games, I'm with you guys. Like, I'll be on here. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not planning to. I'll be on here every single season, okay? And if they're absolute trash and they're still trash, I will be arguing and fighting with you guys. But I'm just not quick to get too upset about a young team, youngest team in the NBA, within their 14th game of the season, playing against immense talent. I'm just not going to trip about it. And we got an injury. I'm not going to trip about it. I'm just going to sit back and say, hey, be patient. What? Clan's going to be a Grizz fan next year? Watch. Really? Really? I don't know. But yeah, just patience. Patience. And Zach LaVine is not the answer. I don't know why that will be the answer right now. Makes no sense, really. I'm trusting you. We'll be all right. Chiefs choked tonight. I didn't watch any of that. Who are they going against? The Eagles? I hope I don't regret trusting you. We'll be all right. We need a dog. Sohan is a dog. He's a dog. He's nasty. He don't play. Don't forget what Pat Bev. Pat Bev's a dog. And don't forget what Pat Bev said about him. Pat Bev does not play around. Let's see here. Oh, guys. Guys. Let's see. Let's see here. We need vets in that locker room. We got a few, but sure. It's really one of those things where you want the Spurs to establish what the core team is. So that means Wemby figuring out his game. That means getting another point guard in the draft. That means just possibly filling out the roster a little bit, and then you go ahead and then you start adding in vets and filling, you know, those holes there. But overall, I think that it's more so just seeing what these guys do well, seeing who's going to be the core, you know, proponents of the team. I think it will be Sohan. I think it will be Vassell. Obviously Wemby. And once they're established, then you can start, you know, filling in spots of vets. But you don't want to do it the opposite way, okay? Like a team that I think is really overrated, and I don't mean no disrespect, all right? But this team right here, the Houston Rockets, I think that the way they went about things is very foolish. I feel like they filled up their roster with vets way too early, and now they're going to be a mediocre team, and they're going to be in that cycle of being a mediocre team. I don't think that they're done with the draft, honestly. You get what I'm saying? Clan, are you Indian? No. I got Indian in my family, I guess, but no. You get what I'm saying, though? Off topic, do you remember the Malice in the Palace? That documentary was crazy. I didn't watch the documentary, but yeah, I nor do I really remember it like as a kid, but I did like I've seen it. Why is Vassell missing games? I think it's just tightness. Rockets' problem is they overpay for vets. I think that Rockets' problem is they grab vets as in, okay, yes, win now. They're just going to be mediocre forever. That was like a really bad move from them, I think. This is what you don't do. Like, and I think a lot of Spurs fans want this. This is what you don't do. You don't do this. You don't fill out your team of with some vets this early. I mean, they got, you see what they got. They got Victor Oladipo, which he hasn't played. He didn't play this game in particular. I guess I haven't really watched. Wait, guys, is Amen Thompson hurt or something? I don't know. What's going on with Amen Thompson? Or is it Amen? I know it's Usar's his brother, and then it's Amen? Has he not played? Wait, Cam Whitmore, he's played, hasn't he? I don't know. I just know the moves that they made were really dumb to me. Jabari Smith, I'm not sure if he'll be a star, but I don't think that this was the time for the Rockets to say, all right, we got our stars. Let's just do it. Let's grab Dillon Brooks. We got Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, Van Vliet. Let's make this thing happen. It's like, yeah, you're going to win enough games to like tease fans, but you're just going to be stuck. You're going to maybe make the playoffs, right? Rarely make it. Get a subpar draft pick, and then the cycle starts again. because I don't think that these guys are necessarily like superstars. Like Şengün is a really good player. I do like him, but I just don't know. I don't think that he's like definite. Like there's very few players that are definite. Like I think Paolo Banchero is a better player than Şengün, and he isn't necessarily definite going to be a star in the NBA. Wemby is kind of definite only because of how freaking talented he is. And I think maybe Chet could be because of how freaking talented he is. And how people can just, I mean, you can kind of tell early on. Şengün, I don't know. I think so, but it's definitely not enough for me to say, all right, hang up our hats, let's grab a bunch of vets. I think that's a stupid move. That's the wrong thing you want to do. Rockets over Spurs. Well, like right now, statistic-wise, but in the long haul, I guarantee you wait 3 years, 4 years, look at the Rockets and look at us. There'll be a team going nowhere, and the Spurs will be getting ready to make some playoff runs. I really do mean that. Rockets are good enough for a play-in exit. They're going to be stuck in that cycle, man. I think they got Jabari Smith, and they're like, all right, cool. That's the longest we wanted this rebuild to last. Let's move on. And I don't think that's the case. Right now, I don't think the Spurs need to focus on anything. I think we need to focus on Vassell getting not hurt. Sorry, Vassell getting back, and bring his team together. I would prefer Pop to run more plays for the team, but I think he won't be doing that until the 20 game mark. I think, which is fine. But the team will look better. It's fine. And our record is really tough right now. I do wonder how long this observation phase with Wemby goes. It's the whole season. I mean, it goes the whole season. Keep in mind, like, while Wemby's going to improve as the season goes on or whatever, huge improvement, big leaps. Okay, now this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to structure our team. That stuff usually happens in the offseason. Like during the season, there aren't a lot of playoffs. I'm sorry. There aren't a lot of practices. Like there's short practices, more so workouts because you're traveling all the freaking time. There's no time for it. So as far as like some big major jump, you're not going to see that. I think that if Devin Vassell can start to stay healthy, we'll see the team come together a little bit more. We're going to get some wins in here. Like, don't worry. We're going to get some wins in here. But I think in a long haul, as far as like seeing a big shift, it's one or two things that have to happen. Number one, you make some huge, crazy trade in the middle of the season. Don't think that's a good idea at all. Don't do that. Or you just wait in the off seasons where you see the big chumps. Waste of time for real. Waste his time? Of whose time? What are we talking about? Wasting Wemby's time? Wemby's 19, bro. No, it's not wasting Wemby's time. It's not God, this happens all the time. This isn't wasting Wemby's time. This happens all the time. Like, with rookies coming to teams, they typically don't win a lot of games. At all. Like, we can just go through a list. Just name a superstar of today. Just name one. Here, I'll do. Actually, I don't know if this is gonna come up. This isn't gonna show it. Here we go. Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic. That's one for you right there. Look at these. Look at his averages. Absolutely ridiculous. 21 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game, 1 steal per game. He came out the gate an absolute monster. Look at his team record. They lost a lot of games. You can just name anybody. Ja. Let's see. Oh, crap. I mean Mavs. Crap. There you go. Ja Morant. He only won 33 games. Well, 33, 34. Wait, what happened this year? This is the... Okay, he came in during the bubble year. Is that what happened? He came in during the bubble... Wait. I guess he came in during the bubble year. But yeah, like you can see, 33, 34. So, like, below 500. He was below 500 as a rookie. Pretty good stats, though. 17.8 points per game, 7.3 assists per game. You just name any, like, literally, you just name anybody. Like, this is absolutely normal. LeBron James, 33, 46. Trash. Team was trash. Tim Duncan doesn't count. We can do Tim Duncan, though. But Tim Duncan was 21, and then he was on a he's one of the very few. Like, it's like him, Michael Jordan, Magic, but the vast majority this doesn't happen for. But yeah, Tim Duncan, yeah, right out the gate, he was like on a winning team. But they were already an established team, and he was much older than what Wemby and those other guys were. So, was Larry Bird? Larry Bird was 1 too, wasn't he? Yeah, I think Larry Bird was 1 too. But if you talk about the vast majority of rookies, this doesn't happen. Like, you can't necessarily take like the 1% and say this is how things supposed to be. Not necessarily, right? Not necessarily. Okay, you guys suck. Yeah, okay, yeah, Steph Curry. I mean, we're talking like maybe 95%. This is how it goes. It may way higher than that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Probably really is 98, 99%. Let's see. Steph Curry. I can get rid of this bird. There we go. Steph Curry, rookie year. 25-55. Currently on a dynasty. 4 rings. But this is where it started. 17 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists per game, 2 steals per game. Great numbers as a rookie. I mean, those are phenomenal numbers as a rookie. Dude, remember, think about all the growing pains the Warriors had to go through against us. Do you remember? Think about what the Warriors had to go through against the Spurs. When we were the established veteran team, they struggled against us. They were really good, but they struggled. So yeah, it happens. Magic. Well, yeah. Magic was he's an example. I already said that though. So you want to say Derrick Rose? Is that Bulls? Yeah, below 500. Derrick Rose below 500. His team was below 500. So not the prettiest. Giannis. All right, we'll do Giannis. Happens with all of them, guys. Well, most of them. 1463. I won't go as far as say he's on a dynasty or nothing like that, but Kevin Durant. All right, let's do Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. He was with the Thunder. Or, well, he was the Supersonics. Yeah, as you can see, 1961. Points per game, 20 points per game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. This is how it usually goes. I'm not doing Okafor. Come on. Jason Tatum. Okay. Yeah, Jason Tatum right off the bat was good. Or his team was good. They were already pretty established though, right? In 2017, 2018. Cuz weren't they already battling it out? What happened with them? Oh god, this is the whole freaking season. I was trying to look for the season prior. Hold on. Tatum sucks. Dang. Well, his rookie year, it's not like he was like contributing a ton. I mean, that's pretty good, 14 points per game, but that's you know, I mean, what Malachi over the past like 4 or 5 games, he averaged 11 points around that or something. Let me see. Let's see, Celtics 2016. 17 were struggling, but let's see. 2016, 17. And they got... Yeah, see, 2016, 17, the Celtics were first in the East. So, there's that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really remember the Celtics stuff that much. They trade for Tatum. Was Tatum a trade? Yeah. 2017. Celtics received 3rd overall pick, conditional 2018 first. Sixers receive 2017 first overall pick. Yeah. Check Kobe. Okay, that's fine. Oh, thanks for the super chat, man. Actually, let me go back so I can make it a little easier. Kobe was he was a trade too, though. Yeah, Kobe was a trade too. But look at his points per game. He only averaged 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 1.3 assists. And for a big chunk of that, obviously he wasn't even the best player on his team. So it's a few that's very special occasion. But we're talking about a rebuilding team. You get like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd overall pick. You usually suck the next year. Like it's not. It has to take like a trade or some sort, or it has to be the team was already established and they had a down year. It has to be something like that for you to like jump up to this. Kobe didn't do this. That's my point. Kobe didn't do this. Remember when the Spurs were up 5 with 28 seconds left in Game 6 of the Finals? Why? You just wanted to feel something. You're like, I'm not feeling anything today. I just want to feel something. Gosh, I'm sorry guys about my eye. It's so frustrating. I might have to go to sleep. It's really hurting. Allergies hurt sometimes. Allergies hurt sometimes. He will lose Rookie of the Year. He's not losing Rookie of the Year. Kobe wasn't their starter as a rookie. It wasn't Kobe. Well, they had that type of record. Check Steve Nash. Okay, we can do Steve Nash. Let's just say record Steve Nash. Oh. There we go. Below 500. I'd honestly trade for Alex Caruso. They might ask for quite a bit, man. Like I said, the point right now isn't the fact of the point right now isn't the fact that get someone to replace Sohan. Like that defeats the purpose of what we're trying to do right now. Spurs win 20 games this year. Yeah. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs get to about 30 games. I think they'll have more wins than they did last season. Keep in mind it's stupid early right now, and our competition has been pretty tough. A big chunk of these games. See, that's another thing too, and I think that's why people were so frustrated too, which I get about the Grizzlies loss. But a big chunk of these games we shouldn't win. Like, we would have no business winning. How close we got to winning was absolutely crazy in some of these. But a lot of these we have no business winning. Beating the Suns twice is crazy. I think Rockets, we matched up well with them. But the problem is not only some of the blowouts, but the big problem is when we go against teams that we should beat. Okay, we finally got the Grizzlies, and I feel like a lot of people are like, okay, fresh a breath there, or air, fresh air. Oh my God, I can't talk. Oh my God, I can't. Breath of fresh air. Oh my God, I don't feel well. Yeah, when we went against the Grizzlies, people were like, finally, and then you still lost. So that's the one where it's like, oh my God, young teams, you can't let that happen. But a big chunk of these, we probably didn't have business winning anyway. It shouldn't even been close. Thanks for the super chat. He said, if you had to make a trade this year, who do you want to get and what price? I don't really care to make a trade. If I had to make a trade. Here, let me think. Let's see who's available right now. Is George Hill on a team? What George Hill doing? Because I thought, is he a free agent right now? Let's see. The heck is this? This isn't what I'm looking for. Oh no, not in NBA history. Let's see. All right, here we go. It's 2022, 2023. No, that's not what I'm looking for either. I have a player that I would definitely trade for. It just came to mind. Like in a heartbeat, I would do it. For good reason. I would trade for Bilal. Or is it Bilal? Is it Bilal or Bilal? It's Bilal, right? I would trade for Bilal easily. Specifically for Wemby, since this is his best friend, and also I kind of wanted him anyway. I wanted to get him anyway. I was hoping we could find a way to get him in the draft anyway. But yeah, I would grab him. And as far as who I would trade for him, maybe a player. I'll say this: I wouldn't trade Vassell. I wouldn't trade Wemby. I wouldn't trade Sohan. I would be super hesitant to Keldon. I wouldn't trade Keldon. But I would be willing to trade someone else, and then maybe a first round pick. Maybe that maybe that Toronto pick, because it looks like our own is going to be pretty decent anyways. Maybe I'll trade that Toronto pick for him. That protected 1 through 6. Trade for Patty Mills? Nah. He was way past his prime. Yeah, I'm not worried about George here. I was just wondering. That's a player that I would grab. I think that would be a really great pickup. And I'll be willing to give it quite a bit because he's some serious. You don't really have the player to rebuild because you are waiting for a future draft pick. What? You don't really have the player to rebuild because you're waiting for a future draft pick. I don't know what you mean. I mean, you gotta get the pick to rebuild. I don't know what you mean. Trade for Halliburton at all costs. Nah. Also, I don't think we would have enough to do it. They would want to start right now. Yeah, I think they want to start right now. Trey Jones in a first and second. For who? What's that gonna get you? For Bilal? You have to give up a little bit more than that, I think. Oh, man. Got some stuff I need to do, but this is not the time to do it. I'll have to do it like tomorrow or something. Let's see, how many things did we go over? Yeah, I need to get off myself. Some stuff. We'll probably go live again tomorrow, guys. Got some stuff I gotta do tomorrow, so we probably need to go live tomorrow night. I would give up 3 firsts for oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I give up that many. Yeah. I'm not feeling too hot. I'll give it to you guys later, man. Deuces. Wait, where is it? Yeah, I'll give it to you later. We'll go live. We'll go live tomorrow. I really need to, because I'm going to be gone throughout Thanksgiving break anyways. So we got quite a few things to go over. So we'll do that. But I'll give it to you guys later. So if you're jumping on tomorrow night, think of some topics, okay? We gotta talk about some stuff. So deuces, y'all.